One day, you wake up and realize that the people you thought would always be there aren't. The house is quieter. The phone rings less. And suddenly, you're left wondering, who do I really have? It's not a question of blame. It's a fact of life, a hard truth many discover too late. But here's what they never told you. After 60, real support doesn't come from people alone. It comes from within. From the 6 pillars that never leave your side, if you build them in time. Lesson 1. The shift in reality. You see, aging doesn't mean weakness. It means awakening. When the kids are grown, careers slow down, and friends move on, you face a sobering shift. Family love remains, but availability doesn't. Everyone's busy, everyone's trying, but they're not always there. So, what's your anchor? Who do you lean on when you're alone at night or navigating life's quieter chapters? Let me show you what the wise build, the 6 unshakable pillars that support your health, happiness, and peace well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Pillar 1. Physical strength. Your body is your first home, and after 60, it needs your full attention. You've lived a life of movement, raising kids, building a career, caring for others. But now, the focus must shift inward. Not because you're fragile, but because your body has become the foundation of your freedom. Here's the truth. It's not about running marathons or bench pressing heavy weights. It's about consistency. It's about respect. And it's about reclaiming control over how you feel each day. Start simple. A 30-minute walk every day is more powerful than most medications. It improves heart health, reduces joint stiffness, strengthens your bones, and even lifts your mood. Add 2 sessions a week of light strength training using resistance bands, light dumbbells, or just your own body weight. Muscle loss, or sarcopenia, begins as early as your 40s and accelerates after 60. But it's not inevitable. With consistent training, you can reverse muscle decline, protect your balance, and prevent life-altering falls. And let's not forget flexibility. Gentle daily stretches, yoga, or Tai Chi can reduce pain, improve posture, and make everyday movements, bending, reaching, getting out of bed, feel effortless again. Even more powerful? Regular movement sharpens your memory and boosts blood flow to your brain, lowering your risk of dementia and Alzheimer's. Physical strength isn't about looking younger. It's about staying independent. It's about walking upstairs without fear, playing with your grandchildren without getting winded, sleeping better, feeling alive. So ask yourself, is your body carrying you, or are you dragging it through your days? Because the strongest support system you can build starts with your legs. But what if your mind starts slipping, even when your body's strong? That's where Pillar 2 comes in. Pillar 2, mental clarity. Memory fades. Focus drifts. But mental sharpness doesn't disappear. It's maintained. Think of your mind as a garden. Without care, weeds creep in, distractions, forgetfulness, doubt. But with consistent tending, you can still bloom at any age. Mental clarity isn't something that magically stays with us. It's earned through effort, just like physical strength. And the good news? Your brain is incredibly adaptable, even after 60. So, challenge your brain like a muscle. Read something new every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Learn a skill you've never tried before, painting, a new language, or even how to use the latest technology. These unfamiliar challenges create new neural pathways, keeping your brain engaged and alive. Strategic games like chess, crossword puzzles, or Sudoku aren't just pastimes. They're workouts for your memory, attention span, and problem-solving abilities. Even journaling can sharpen your focus, declutter your thoughts, and help you recognize patterns in your emotions and habits. And most of all, stay curious. Curiosity is a spark that keeps your inner world vibrant. Ask questions. Seek answers. Reflect often. The moment you stop learning is the moment your mind begins to shrink inward. When your mind is clear, you make better choices. You respond instead of react. You see through noise and find what really matters. And most importantly, you stay in control of your life's direction, not just drifting through the days. A clear mind guides wise decisions. And wise decisions create freedom. But what's clarity without calm? The next pillar shields you when storms hit. Pillar 3, emotional resilience. After 60, you've lived through loss, through change, through days you thought you'd never get through, the passing of loved ones, The shift from being needed every day to wondering where you fit in. The sudden quiet of an empty house. The health scares, the unexpected goodbyes, the weight of time. But here's the truth most people overlook. Every one of those moments has forged something powerful inside you. Resilience. You faced pain, and you're still standing. You've adapted when life didn't go as planned. You've picked yourself up, quietly, steadily, when others might have crumbled. That, right there, is your secret weapon. It's not loud. It's not flashy. But it's unshakable. And just like your muscles, emotional resilience must be trained. It doesn't mean ignoring pain. It means learning how to carry it without it breaking you. Start by practicing mindfulness. Just 5 minutes of stillness a day can transform how you relate to your thoughts and emotions. Become the observer of your feelings, not their prisoner. Speak kindly to yourself. You've done the best you could with what you knew at the time. Self-compassion is not weakness, it's fuel for growth. And let go of bitterness, not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve peace. Holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to fall. You don't erase the pain. You rise through it. You learn to smile through tears, to dance with uncertainty, and to move forward even when you're afraid. This pillar won't protect you from life's storms, but it will help you face them with courage, dignity, and grace. Because emotional resilience isn't about bouncing back. It's about becoming someone stronger than before. This pillar doesn't remove the pain. It helps you rise through it. Still, no one thrives alone. That's why Pillar 4 is about the power of true connection. Pillar 4, meaningful relationships. Friends may change. Family may drift. But connection, real, chosen connection, is still yours to create. At this stage in life, relationships begin to evolve. Some friends you once saw weekly now feel like distant memories. Children may have families of their own. And sometimes, the people you counted on most slowly slip into the background. It can feel isolating. But here's the powerful truth. You still have the ability and the right to create deep, nourishing relationships. And at this age, you get to choose them with intention. Seek out people who listen, not just talk. People who value your presence, not just your past. It could be a neighbor, a fellow volunteer, a friend from decades ago you haven't spoken to in years. Reach out. Join a club, a book club, walking group, gardening circle, church fellowship. Anything that connects you through shared purpose. Volunteer at a place you care about. Not only does it build community, it gives you meaning, a reason to get up, a way to feel needed again. Rekindle old friendships, even the ones that faded without conflict. Sometimes, people just need someone brave enough to go first. And remember this, one strong, honest relationship is worth more than 100 empty gatherings. You don't need a crowd. You need one person who sees you, hears you, and accepts you as you are. Because connection protects you from isolation, depression, and even cognitive decline. It's not a luxury. It's a lifeline. And even in a digital age, real human warmth, a phone call, a shared laugh, a hand on your shoulder, matters more than ever. You're never too old to form new bonds. Never too old to be loved, valued, or understood. Nurture bonds with people who lift you up. Choose connection, not just company. And you'll find yourself not just surviving, but truly living. One strong, honest relationship is worth more than 100 empty gatherings. And what fuels your ability to connect, move, and think clearly? Let's talk about Pillar 5, the one people ignore until it's too late. Pillar 5, financial independence. Money won't buy happiness, but it does buy options, security, and dignity. After 60, many people believe the financial chapter is written. But here's the truth. It's never too late to take control. And it starts with one decision, to face your finances with honesty, clarity, and courage. Financial independence doesn't mean being rich. It means not having to rely on others to make decisions for you. It means sleeping peacefully at night because you know the bills are covered. It means freedom, the power to choose where you live, what care you receive, and how you spend your precious time. This pillar begins with awareness. Know where your money goes. Track your spending, even if it's just with pen and paper. Identify the small leaks, subscriptions you no longer use, habits that drain instead of nourish. Learn, even now, especially now. Read books, watch videos, listen to financial experts who break things down simply and respectfully. You're not too old to understand budgeting, compound interest, or passive income. These tools weren't made for the wealthy, they're made for the wise. Speak with a trusted financial advisor, someone who respects your stage of life and helps you plan realistically. Look into senior discounts, low-risk investments, or rental income if you own property. Every drop counts. And perhaps most importantly, downsize without shame. If a house is too big, sell it. If a car is too costly, trade it in. Let go of things that no longer serve you and invest in things that do, like your health, peace, and experiences. Choose value over vanity, simplicity over status, stability over show. Because when you no longer fear unexpected bills or depend on children or institutions to meet your basic needs, something powerful happens. You reclaim your dignity. And dignity, at any age, is priceless. A stable financial foundation is a quiet kind of power, and it changes everything. But even with money, strength, and love, what happens when purpose fades? That's why the final pillar is the most important of all. Pillar 6, purpose and spiritual grounding. Without purpose, we drift, but with it, we soar no matter our age. After 60, the world often tells us to slow down, sit back, and watch from the sidelines. But that's a myth and a dangerous one. Because when purpose fades, so does vitality. Purpose isn't just a grand mission. It's not always found on a stage or in a career. Sometimes it's quieter, deeper. It's in the garden you tend, the grandchild you teach, the stranger you smile at, the wisdom you pass on. Maybe your purpose lies in your faith, the spiritual compass that's anchored you through storms. Or perhaps it's in your story, the journey you've lived, and how it can guide others who are just beginning theirs. Legacy doesn't begin when life ends. It begins the moment you ask yourself, why am I still here? And what can I give, even now? Whether it's writing that book you've dreamed of, mentoring a young soul, learning a new skill, or simply waking each day with the intent to be present and grateful, purpose is a flame that never burns out, unless you stop feeding it. And spiritual grounding? It's the quiet strength beneath it all. Whether you pray, meditate, reflect, or walk among trees in silence. Nurturing your spiritual core helps you see the bigger picture. It reminds you that you're more than your body, your bank account, or your past. You are part of something larger. And when life feels uncertain, your connection to purpose and spirit becomes your anchor. You're not here to fade. You're here to fulfill. And that fulfillment is your truest companion. It walks with you in silence. It cheers for you in private. And when the noise of the world quiets down, it's the one thing that still says, you matter. You always have. These 6 pillars, strength, clarity, resilience, connection, independence, and purpose, are yours to build, protect, and rely on. Family may not always be there. Circumstances may change. But you, and what you cultivate inside you, will remain. If this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe for more insights on living fully after 60. And in the comments, tell us, what's one life lesson you wish others knew before it was too late? Your story could be the support someone else needs today. If you've made it this far, you already know, life after 60 is not an ending. It's deepening. Family may love you, but they may not always be near. That's okay. Because these 6 pillars, strength, clarity, resilience, connection, security, and purpose, will never leave you. They're yours to build, yours to keep, yours to rise with. Now, ask yourself, which of these pillars are strong in your life? And which needs your attention today? Comment below, not just for yourself, but to help someone else who's walking the same path. Your story could be the light someone else needs. Like this video if it spoke to your soul. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. And subscribe because this journey is far from over. We're just getting started. Stay strong, stay grounded, and never forget, you're not alone.